So today I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of the human variation video. Make sure you read all that information regarding the definitions, because there's some really important information there. The first thing you're going to do is, of course, you're going to go to the data table and you're going to flip for the child's gender. Remember, only the female is going to flip because not the female, the male is going to flip. Only the male is going to flip because the male is XY. The female is XX. So you're going to I have a styrofoam cup here, and I'm going to put a penny in it, and I'm going to flip as the male, and I have a heads here, so that's going to mean that I'm going to donate a Y. Okay, I'm going to donate a Y. So the child's going to be XY, and that's going to be a boy. You can give it a name. Since you're working on by yourself, really, you can flip for male and female. So we're going to ignore the human variation lab notes, okay, because we're going to talk about the nomenclature during our genetics lecture. So what you're going to do is you're going to start flipping one at a time for each one of those characteristics. Remember, the capital letters are dominant, the small letters are recessive. So if I do first for the face shape, first for the female, I have a tails, and then I'll do it for the male. I have a tails, and so I would go to my data sheet, and in my data sheet, I would put where I flip for the female a lowercase r, and then for the male another lowercase r. Now, when I did it before, I had the male as an uppercase. So, but you put lowercase, lowercase, then the child would be lowercase r, and then that would mean that the child would have a square face, okay? Because lowercase r is square face. So each parent is contributing one allele, okay? And you do that for all of the different traits. Now, when you get to page 172, it talks about special characteristics chart. You're going to choose one of those groups to be in. So group 1, you have your hair color genotype. Group 2, Group 1, you have your hair genotype. Group 2, you have that. Group 3, for all the groups, you have the hair genotype. Then you have the hair color genotype and the albinism genotype. So, for example, if I put the female in group 2 and then I chose to be in group 3, okay, I'm acting as both of those for this lab, I will record the genotypes in the table at the next page, page 173. That's the genotype for the hair type. The phenotype would be kinky because I know that because kinky is dominant. Okay, so they have the dominance and order of recessive in that reading for number 8 for both the hair type and the hair color. So for my partners, if they're in group 3, they would have SC, SW. That would be curly because it would look curly. So the phenotype is what it appears. Where curly is dominant to wavy. I do the same thing for hair color. Okay. And then I'd have to flip to see which one of these I am giving and flip to see which one of these my partner is giving. I have to do the same thing for the hair color. Flip once to see which one I'm giving, my partner's giving, and flip once to see which one of these my partner's giving. And so when I flipped earlier, you can see what happened is that I have here ST, so the female flipped ST, which I think was a tails. I flipped tails, and so ST, SW, and so the child will have ST, SW. It'll have wavy here because remember, wavy is dominant to straight. And so keep in mind that we're diploid organisms. For albinism, for both of those groups 2 and 3, I really didn't have to flip because the only thing I can donate is a dominant A, and so the child will be dominant A, which will be normal pigmentation. And so that's an example of epistasis as you read in your textbook. Also, skin color, you have to flip 3 times each gender, male and female, 3 times, one for the A, one for the B, and one for the C. And then you count up the dominant traits, and that'll give you your pigment color. You see that you also have, I think it's two flips for the eye color. Okay, 2 flips each. And so then you're going to answer the questions at the end of the chapter. I don't think you can answer questions 1 and 2, okay? But you can answer question 3. Try to do that one. And you can answer 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You don't have to answer question 10, okay? You don't have to answer question 10. Make sure you fill out the table 16.1 as well. and make sure that you answer those questions, because remember, all this material is fair game for the exam. So make sure you read that lab, and I think you'll really, really enjoy that. Okay? Have fun now. Bye-bye.